You have to press a button specifically at the time it appears. It's very hard. You only have 40 seconds to react, which is not enough time. So please, if you could, practice it a bit and try to press that commence button. That would be very much appreciated. If you're worried about your holster, we have a box inside, so fret not. And we passed the hardest prog of the fight. Okay, good job, everyone, and welcome to the Libram Regine Savage, the Savage iteration of the Libram Regine. Down below, you will see a box and 2 glowy pads. If you jump on the glowy pad, I will find where you live. If you click on the box, you can sort your actions if you were missing any. Again, if you jump on the pad, I will find where you live. I'm gonna cry in front of your house. What are your actions, Lynn? What are your actions? Magic Bat is a circle. Fizz Bat is bubble spell. I see. I see. I see. I understand. I comprehend. Okay, as a note, I'm gonna be posting the funny image again. We have a total of 3 physical batteries. We have a total of 1 magical battery. I'm gonna be posting the image with all the rows now because I forgot to do so in DRS Learning 1. But we have a total of 3 physical bats. It is highly advised that melees do mimic chaining. And if you don't know what mimic chaining is, there's a funny little gif made by Opal Jade, our duelist tonight. The gif is currently posted on DRS Learning 1. It is very easy, everyone can dish big damage, and it's very cute. And there's also an image for those who are afraid of GIFs. If only I had the mark. I should really save those markers, huh? Okay. I'm just gonna do them manually. It is pronounced GIF. It is pronounced GIF. Don't blame me, blame whoever made the fucking format. Once your actions are ready to go, once you are happy and content with whatever you have in your holster and your actions, I will ask that you drop towards your alliance. A stands for Alliance A, B, C, D as well. 3 stands for F, and 4 stands for G. 3 stands for G. I don't know letters. 3 stands for E, 4 stands for F. Jensen Impact. Pray to John right now. If only I knew the alphabet. That is truly one of the moments of all time. A shocker. Okay, I'll ask that everyone, and specifically my veterans from every single alliance, that you check your party's actions, do a sanity check, check for peer essences, check for actions, question them if they have a weird action in there, and that's about it. As of now, I'm just waiting for everyone to go back to their pads, except the veterans. I know who the veterans are. And I will ask that every alliance does a ready check as well. I will also ask that everyone checks for peers. I see at least one person without a peer. I'm staring at you. I am judging you. And that is not a peer. I am looking at you. You know who you are. I see some people still with the boxes. Some of them have 10, 10, 10. Some of them don't, but all of them have peers. I'll ask that every alliance do a ready check for me right now and tell me if you're ready. And before we drop, I will just question whoever has no peers. D's ready. Waiting on Beta, waiting on Charlie, and waiting on Foxtrot. Okay, Brad. Okay, we got Brad, we got we got Ready, waiting on Credit, and waiting on Freddy Fazbear. I have BR Fop. Well, have fun. There you go. Waiting on one. Okay, Credit and Freddy Fazbear. Before we drop, please don't take it personally. I will question the specific person. Um, Mr. Hopor Cheney, do you have the specific actions that I requested beforehand?
That's what I was trying to do before. I don't have light, a dervish or light screen. I'm light curtain.
Okay. Do you have a pure action of Fiend Hunter?
No, I don't have that one. That's why I tried to get something from
Okay.
who's this talking here?
That's all good. That is all good.
I tried to get, yeah. Should I come back as the melee? Because then I'm only missing light curtain.
Lynn, what's your verdict? Right now we have someone without a peer. What's your? I will ask you because you're way more experienced on that. We cannot trade inside the instance, unfortunately. Yeah, that's fair enough. That is a good try. Odds are we're gonna wipe at least once the barracks. I would prefer if it didn't happen. Just be aware that you would need to be packing way too many re-raisers. No one can raise you without a pure. So that's pretty much it. You have to play it as close to flawless as you can.
So it's not you need a re-raiser. You have to have a pure to even be raised.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all good. That is all good. There's no problem for now. Yeah, you need a pure essence to survive as a whole. Like raid wise will absolutely murder you.
Should I get an essence to make me a little tankier then?
That would be the best option. The best option would be Fiend Hunter. You could just go for a Guardian.
So
As for the other alliances,
ain't it, man?
Skirmisher is not going to be the call. Skirmisher is absolutely not going to be the call. Looking around. Okay, if you're on alliances A, B, and C, you will be dropping on the left pad. That is Slimy side. If you are on D or F, you'll be dropping on the right pad. That is Golem side. Where Lynn, hopefully, will be leaning you. Or someone. Or Vel. Or Art. Or whoever. Or even the infamous Spoon Bob. That is pretty much it. Feel free to drop the pad. Also, if you're on Alliance D or F, you are now instructed to drop a voice chat on Discord. There is a Golem's chat. Use your power of deduction to guess where you're going. Again, before you drop, just double, triple check your holsters and make sure that you have everything. And I should have said that earlier, but now it's too late. Again, if you are on Alliance D and F and you're listening to my voice, you shouldn't be. You should be down a VC in Discord. There's a chat called Golems, and that should be where you're supposed to be. I see Alliances A, B, and C have dropped, I believe. I see someone from Alliance A here still. You know who you are. You know who you are. Alliance A. Yeah.
Isn't A slime side?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're on slime side.
We sure are on slime side.
It truly is one of the slime sides. So, okay, if you dropped on the left pad as instructed, congratulations. You can listen to calls and welcome to Slimy side. Slimy side is a fun little place where we will deal with some slimy stuff and potentially get destroyed by them or not. You never know. I do believe I have the slimy set up. If I don't, then I'm just gonna end it all. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it all. Okay. Thank you so much. First and foremost, let's start with the very best, and also let me save those. I need a tank on every single one of those. Any tank would do. If you are a blue job, then you should be on one of those. If you are a blue job, you should be on those. Blackheart, I'm looking at you. All right, there we go. Okay, from the tanks, if you are new to this encounter, I would like you to do a little leap for me. Okay, we have 2 newcomers. Okay, we have 3 newcomers. Oh boy. All right. First of all, let me save the waymarks. There we go. Limey side. All right, we have 3. Yeah, you should be new to slime side. Not you. The live demonstration will not work. We don't have it. I haven't prepared the lalas for that. All right. Just to increase the odds of our success, I will ask that I'll be taking number 1. Tank on number 1. You are excused from your duties. Also, on that note, I believe we should have at least we have 1 tank. I will ask that 1 tank chooses between A and B, and then I'm gonna need a DPS on the other side. So Abanuk, you are free to choose between A or B. Okay, I need a DPS. Thank you. Next. Okay, I need a healer on every single one of those rooms except A or B. Any numerical room, I need a healer. And that's all done. And now I will need DPSs to evenly spread in between the rooms. If you're a healer with no assigned duty, you are expected to act as a DPS. Try to spread evenly. Plenty of room for everyone. Should be fine enough. And I believe that should be all. I see everyone. Okay, make a mental note. Look towards the minimap and see that we are currently standing on 4 rooms or 4 square markers, and there are currently 4 rooms. And with that, let's start with explanations. Welcome to Slime Side. If you're new to Slimes, if you're a DPS, you should go to any of the rooms. We are on Slime Side. On Slimes and on Golems equally, our goal is to have a big boy potentially die. If you look towards where plus R, you will see a glowy pad. Our goal is to make the slimes, our enemies and duties, or sworn enemies, to die on top of that green glowy pad. If you are colorblind, that is yellow, or I believe brown. So let's start by defining per role what everyone will do. Tanks, your job is to first grab the slimes and pull them towards the glowy pad. On the middle of the glowing pad, have them fuse together and have them cast rupture all at the same time on every single one of the 4 rooms. I'll be going through how we will do that for a moment, but for now, there will be 2 enemy slimes. Tanks will be dealing with the green slimes, the ones that we need to die on the green pad, or brown or yellow. As for healers, your job will be to pretty much keep that tank alive and hold the last slime on that pad, hold the last slime on the corner of your room until your tank is ready to provoke it. That is pretty much the gist of your job. If you see a tank on the middle, and you're one of the healers on the corners, you are pretty much assigned to keep him alive. That is pretty much the very quick way to explain it. I will go about that real quick. You're not gonna be feeding the slimes to the tanks. I'll just go quickly through the PS, what they will do, and then we'll go about the strategy. DPS, your job is very, very straightforward. I will ask that you now look towards DRS learning, everyone, if you can, and there should be some visual images there. As you can see, there is a current total of 3 enemies. DPS will be dealing with the red slimes. Red slimes are terrific. They are, while they're small, they don't do anything. Once they fuse with at least 1 green slime, they turn into a killing machine. Odds are you're probably gonna die. If one fuses, you might survive for a bit. If two fuses, you're dead. If three fuses, the tanks are dead. If four fuses, we're crying in the corner. So pretty much, your job as a DPS is to kill those slimes on the corner of your room. And as for the DPS under parentheses, because we have a tank on A or and B, you will be dealing with the third enemy of this encounter, which is Bajan soldiers. Soldiers, they're not threatening at all. They're just little guys trying to fuck everything up. Your job is to pretty much hit him and kill him. You are the hitmans of this encounter, and pretty much all you're going to do is hold them in the corner. Those soldiers can be stunned. They will cast some big AoEs. If you're a melee, you can stun them. If you're a range, take a wild guess. So, with that being said, let's go about the strategy that Primal usually does. Cry about it. Or just outrange it. Our goal here is to have all the green slimes drop on the pad and explode on the pads. If the slimes are fused a total of 5 times, that is 6 slimes in total fused, they will start casting Rupture. The strategy that we're going to be doing is pretty much going to force all the 4 slimes to cast Rupture at the same time. Once they die, if they die at the same time on each one of those pads, we should be good to go. We should be good to proceed to the next combat. And this is your reminder to wiggle. We have a 10-minute cooldown that if you stand still for 10 minutes, you're going to get kicked. Move, move, move. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, revolution right now. Yippee, yippee. Good job. Here in Primal, we do a strat called 3-2-1. As you can see, each one of those rooms have a number to them. I will currently be assigning numbers to every single one of those tanks. The way we're going to be doing this is we're going to have each one of those tanks grab a total of 3 slimes first, then 2 slimes, then 1 slime. The tank is not going to grab the last slime. That is the only slime the healers are going to be pulling. These healers are going to be pulling that slime towards the corner of the room, and your goal is to, once I do the proper call, you will be provoking that slime towards the middle of the green pad. Not the middle of the room, the middle of the green pad. So, the way this is going to go in terms of call-wise is going to be something similar to Tank 1, grab 3 slimes. Tank 2, stand by. If you listen to stand by, that means you're going to be on the door and be awaiting to grab the 3 green slimes that drop on the middle of the room. The slimes always drop on a set of 3. So on that note, after all tanks have grabbed 3 slimes, you will be grabbing a total of 2 slimes once I call for it. Tank 1, grab 2 slimes. Tanks 2 and 3, stand by, which means tank number 2 and 3 will be at the door waiting for their time to grab the 2 slimes. Queen Shard. And that's pretty much it. If you are a tank and my explanation wasn't that clear, please do a little leap now or ask now. This fight is entirely reliant on tanks, and I need the tanks to be entirely aware of what they're doing. Shalon, what's your question? That's completely fine. The TLDR, the very bridged version of it is 3 slimes are going to drop on the middle. I'm going to be calling for tank 1, 2, 3, 4 to grab those 3 slimes. And then eventually I will change that to grab 2 slimes. And then I'm going to call for healers to pull the last slime. Pretty much if I say tank 2, grab 3 slimes, it is as straightforward. Yeah. The marker in your head counts the order you are on the queue for grabbing slimes. Pretty much if you hear your number and grab a total amount of slimes, it is as straightforward as grabbing the amount of slimes because you're that tank. As a note, and as a reminder, you will need to center those slimes at the green pad, not the middle of the arena, but the green pad itself. It can be very frantic, but hopefully I'll keep it clean. Again, if tanks have any other questions, DPS will just no question is dumb. Dumb is to pretend that you know what you're doing and not ask about it because you're arrogant about it. Any question is a valid question. As for damage dealers and the leftover healers, your job is to simply hit the red slimes and kill them on the corner of the room. Note, there will be healers on no question, slime side's dumb. Yep. On the corner opposite of your healer. And now I'll ask the 4 healers that were assigned to each one of the rooms. I will ask that you move towards the inner side here where I am. Each one of those healers, if possible. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3. All right. Do not fret about those markers. They're gonna be a bit weird. I'm missing the healer on room number 4. If you could please step up. Okay, that is you. Just for the sake of it, Miro and Ain, can you swap rooms? Would that be possible? Thank you. Because I know Miro knows a bit more. There we go. Healers, you are now marked. DPS, if you are on the same corner as a marked healer, then you shouldn't be there. And this is a good moment to actually remind you of the red slimes. Red slimes, they have a different sort of aggro. They are not aggro based on threat. They are aggro based on pure hate. What that means is the first detrimental action done towards the red slime will make it latch to you. Detrimental actions can be both damaging or debuffs. And tanks, that is the moment to remind you will not be doing AoEs. Because if your AoE locks onto a red slime, the red slime is going to be on you until it dies. And trust me, that will not be good. Which also means if you're a DPS, all you're going to do is hit the slime once, it's going to tether to you, it's going to come running towards you, and you should just kill it. It barely hurts unless it's fused at least once. That is pretty much the rule of it. So just to remind, tanks are going to be pulling 3 and 2 slimes. Healers will be keeping those tanks alive and then pulling the last slime once I call for it. In DPS, you are on murder ball. You see a red slime, murder it. Pretend that it cursed at your mom or your dog or your cat. And tanks, turn your stance on. And that is specifically for tanks. And this is a good point to remind the tanks that Bajan soldiers are based on threat aggro, which means if you're a paladin and you clemency yourself with your stance on, the Bajan soldier is going to completely ignore the DPS on the south and come running towards you. And if you want to know what that does, you're not gonna you don't. Are we clear? You don't want to know. With that said, I'm gonna be doing ready check for Alliance A. I will ask that Alliance B and C do as well. And if you have any questions, ask now. Slimes is truly the hardest encounter because it is a fully coordinated encounter that if anyone is off the rhythm, we're gonna wipe. And it's way more common than it looks like. Is ready, waiting on bread, and credit. Credit is ready, waiting on bread. Bread is ready. And just as a last note, as I do this countdown, this is pretty quick. There are currently 3 traps in this in this arena. 1 trap is guaranteed to be in the middle. If you look ahead, you will see a pattern line. This is where one of the traps can be. The other 3 traps are going to be on the northern side rooms. That is room number 3 and 4. So tanks number 3 and 4, first of all, check your stance, and second of all, don't run straight to your room. We have a Perceptor, which is our duelist. So wait for the Perceptor to go, percept the traps, and we go. And that's about it. Let's go. 1 trap has been found. Tank number 1, grab the 3 slimes. Reds have dropped. DPS, pull them towards the corner of your room and murder them. Healer, you should be on the opposite corner of that healer. Tank number 2, stand by and grab the 3 slimes. Beware of the trap on the middle. Tank number 3, stand by. Tank number 3, grab 3 slimes. Tank number 4, stand by. Rats have dropped. Hit them, murder them. And soldiers have spawned, but I'm not going to be calling soldiers because the 2 will see them and know what they do. Healers, remember to keep your tanks alive. And tank number 4, grab 3 slimes now. Tank number 1, stand by. Tank number 1, grab 2 slimes. That is me. Tank number 2 and number 3, stand by. Your slime is gonna get off the pad. Don't panic about it. Tank number 2 and 3, stand by at the door of the room. Tank number 2 and 3, grab 2 slimes each. I'll ask that someone on... Okay, before we continue, I want to look what room number NE is looking like. Tank number 4, grab 2 extra slimes. Okay, that is a rupture. Yep, that's a problem. Everyone, run towards the northeast room. Actually, no. We're going to stand here. We're going to tank it. We're going to be doing something different. Yeah, we're going to rebuild. We're going to be hit by rupture. Do not panic. It's going to hurt. Always good. Okay, tank number 4. Keep your slime in the center. Tank number 2. You're going to be grabbing a total of 5 slimes. Remember to keep your tanks alive. Blackheart, fuse those 2 while you can. Tank number... Okay, that is a total of 5 slimes. Perfect. We're gonna wait. Healer number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grab 1 slime and not yet. Just hold them on the corner. Tank number healer number 2. Just hold that slime on the corner of the room. Perfect. Tanks healers 3 and 4. Grab 1 slime. Hold on the corner of the room. Tanks. This is where you're gonna look at your healer slime, and don't provoke it yet. Rats have dropped. Pull them, kill them. Okay, our rooms seem to be ready. On the count of 3, every tank target the slimes and get ready to provoke your healer slime. It's the slime on the marked healer. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, provoke now. Center both slimes on the pad. Center both slimes on the pad. Wait for them to start cast fusion, and then move. Wait. Okay, I see 4 fuses. Everyone, get ready. Everyone but the tanks, get ready and start running towards northeast. Avoid the trap.
Tank 2 is not fusing. This is not gonna...
Oh, this is not gonna resolve. Did someone interrupt?
No, they were not going through each other.
Oh,
Tank 2, you
no.
need to make sure they
Okay,
like
run.
actually touch each other.
Yeah, they need to touch each other to fuse. Let's still run. It's extremely late, so it might be a wipe. But let's run towards northeast. Some people might get hit by ruptures, so run as fast as you can. Rescue anyone left behind. Okay, I see 1 doom, but this might be a wipe. Let's see. Cure everything on the corner.
That is very late.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We can still try to rebuild. We still got plenty of time. No, this is not gonna work. Stay on the corner. Nope, I'm doomed. Nope. Yep. Everyone, go towards the glowy pads. We're gonna suicide in the game. As a note for slimes, this is not that obvious. The slimes have hitboxes. What needs to touch are their bodies, not their hitbox. They have models. Those models need to touch, not the hitbox of the slimes. Everyone ponder around this cabbage. Ponder around it. Do not explode it quite yet. There's another cabbage on northeast. Everyone go around it and then ponder on it. Once you see everyone cuddling together, wipe. Yeah. Feel free to touch it. And that's the Green Reaper.
I'm ready.
Hi, Reaper. Hi, Reaper.
No, we're good. It was a very simple mistake.
I didn't know the Grim Reaper shows up. What the fuck?
We have a 10-minute timer to do it. If we don't do it on the 10-minute, that's what happens. This is why
No,
we open the doors at the same time.
It's
Well,
5
It's
minutes.
5 minutes, not
5
10.
minutes? 5 minutes. Okay, thank you.
It's fun.
Same thing.
It's-
Listen, someone just left. Bye, Scourge. Okay. That was good. Now's the time for whoever had no peers, feel free to go to Femfrit Gangos. Some people will give you fragments for that. And as I said, this is the reason why coordination is key, and this is the reason why it's so hard to go through slimes. We need all 4 slimes to be fusing and explode at relatively the same time. And don't worry about it, that is a very simple mistake. And honestly, that's the least blamable mistakes there is. Yeah, someone needed Fiend Hunter fragments, whoever that is. If they are here, feel free to come to Femfrit Gangos and
I'm
ask
on
for
my
it.
way.
Yeah, take your time. But that is pretty much the gist of it. As you can see, slimes isn't necessarily hard, but if we don't coordinate things properly, that's what happens. And also, you saw the Green Reaper. You can say you're part of the 10% who saw the Green Reaper. Usually we would die before then. As you can see, he's a shy little fella. He just wants to make friends, but I guess he doesn't have the right idea about it. Once you're ready, please inform me on Alliance chat, and we shall keep going. Hold up, do I even have... Oh my. Come here. I'll be guiding you to someone. Watch your tone. Lynn is right behind you. I believe she has... Opal is also somewhere around here. There's Opal. Right here. There you go. Or that's not Opal. This is Opal.
So leave and then go into Boston Southern Front and extract those.
No. Yeah, you can appraise them here or inside the instance. We're gonna be doing inside the instance because this way at least we're inside and people can figure their shit out.
Didn't know she was here. My bad.
It's all good. No one knows until someone tells them. All right. Here comes the hardest mechanic in the fight. This is a very fast reaction. You need to click commence as soon as you can. You only got 40 seconds. That's not enough. I know. But
Spam and click here.
It's very hard. Clicking a button is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I'm not even joking.
I used to play OS.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
No.
I'm glad you got better.
OS is so good though. All the clicking buttons. That's so fun.
See, I'm an OG. Guitar Hero is my jam. And track
Wait.
meeting is my... And this is the hardest mechanic in the fight, as you can see, and there's a reason for it. So I'm going to be doing a ready check, and while I do this ready check, I will catch people off guard by doing another Q&A in right away. To catch anyone lacking. As a reminder, if you are praising fragments for some reason, as a reminder, you can also praise them inside the instance.
Oh, okay. Well, changes things.
All right. DRS jump scare. All right, I believe I do have the box set up markers, and I just never placed them. Holy shit, I actually had them.
PS.
Disc. And this is your friendly reminder to check your peer. I know who you are. Check your peer. You have a peer. It's not on. Turn it on again. Your eraser is also off. Pop your eraser. Chancy purr. Chancy purr. And once you have your holster set and ready to mingle, single and ready to mingle, go back to your markers. This time it's 1 for E and 2 for F, just like the word. Foxtrot. Echo. And GIF. Once you're ready to go and you're on your pad, then we can drop on the pads again. Golem should still be on the corner. And if you ever decide to, if you ever clear on slimes, I encourage you to, if you do another run in the future, that you drop on Golem side so that you see how stupid it is compared to slimes. It's unfair to a certain degree. Once you have checked your holsters, your reraiser, your actions, your pure, feel free to drop on the pad. I'm not your dad, but I will be very disappointed. You probably be the reason I'm crying tonight. I like doing golems because I have to do no calls at all. All I have to do is blue, intercept, interrupt, murder, white. And then I start talking about some random shit because there's nothing to call there. Also, a huge commendation and a huge jibs for all the DPSs because at some point I stopped calling reds because I had to manage some rebuilding, and y'all did just fine. So congratulations, y'all know your job and you did well. Once you have checked your pure, your re-raiser, your pure raiser, your re-pure,
Your razors.
pure reases. Once you have checked your pure, your essence, your actions, your pure actions, your essences, your pure sis, your... I will refrain from speaking further. My lawyer has advised me not to do so, so I will not do so.
Your essence razors.
Not that, unfortunately.
Don't encourage him.
Shut the up. Get the out. God, I gotta find that image. That image is so good. Okay, let me actually do something. Okay, never mind. Once you have everything set and your hosts are ready to mingle, drop on your pad. Thanks if you know how to mark yourselves. I encourage you to do so. If not, I am the marker man. I am the one who marks. I am Mark Zuckerberg or something like that. Marker Zuckerberg or something like that. I don't know. I don't speak alien. All right, holy shit, y'all are good at this. Waiting for our preceptor to do the thing. If she hasn't already, because she probably did, but I was upstairs. So, okay, this time traps are on room number 2, either 1, 3, or 4, and middle. Every alliance, please do already check now for me, and check that everything is ready to go. Waiting on credit and bread. Bread is ready. Brady won my say. Credit card. All right. Slimes you 30 seconds on the clock. As a reminder for you, this is where you would wait for all traps to be percepted. The trap could be on either one of the north rooms, so beware of it. We're gonna wait for our Perceptor to percept the traps, and also tanks, check your stance. This cringe content, we are currently level 90 maximum. This content is level 80, which means your stance probably turned off.
That's weird.
And there we go. Wait for our Perceptor to percept the traps that are about to be percepted, and tank 1, stand by. Tank 1, grab 3 slimes. Tank 2, stand by. North rooms beware, and reds have dropped. Tank 3, get ready to grab 3. Thank you, Tank 2. All traps have been found. Reds have dropped. Grab them, murder them. Tank, okay. Tank 4, stand by. Tank 4, grab 3 slimes. Bring them to the middle of your pad. Tank 1, stand by. Tank 1, grab 2 slimes. Tank 2, stand by. And Tank 3, also stand by. Tank 2, grab 2 slimes. 1 is already on you. Grab 1 slime, Tank 2. Tank 3, grab 2 slimes. Tank 4, stand by. Tank 4, grab 2 slimes. Healer 1, grab 1 slime, pull it to the corner of your room. Pull the 1 slime that hasn't been pulled. Good job. Healers 2, 3, and 4, stand by. Wait for all the fuses to happen. There we go. Healers 3 and 4, grab 1 slime each, if you can. Don't fight for it. If you see someone pulling your slime, just pull another. Alright, terrific. Tanks, now's the time. Look at your healer. He's marked. Reds have dropped. Pull the reds. Healer, tanks, look at your healer slime. On the count of 3, everyone will provoke and fuse them on the middle of the pad. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Provoke, provoke. Wait for both of the slimes to cast fuse on the middle of the pad, and then you can go. Okay, fusion is being cast, fusion is being cast, fusion is being cast. Terrific. Everyone, run towards northeast right now. Tanks, stay for a bit. Check that you cast Rupture. 1 Rupture, 3, 4. Ruppies. Everyone, run to the northeast corner. If you're near northeast, that is not northeast corner. That is near northeast. Go all the way to the corner. We're making a big cuddle puddle. Everyone wants to be warm. It's extremely cold, except here in Brazil. I'm struggling. Help. Run to the corner of the room. You see the stack of people here? Stay on top of it. Hug each other. Yippee. Also, there's a soldier rapidly approaching our location. And slime side is done. Soldiers are going to start rapidly approaching our location, start running or murder them. As you can see, this right here is a poison trap. It doesn't necessarily kill you. And as a fun fact, if you are one of the nerds that happen to have antidotes on you, you can use antidotes to cleanse this poison. In fact, I'm going to go eat it right now because I'm hungry.
You can use antidotes on poison?
Yep, I just used it.
Huh.
Amazing, right? Anyways, those soldiers are cringe. Murder them. I don't like them. I stubbed my toe on them.
I'm glad nothing ever happens on Golem's side.
Yeah, nothing ever happens on Golem's side. Don't worry about it. If you think Golem's struggling, they're not. Nothing happens there. This is the time you would build gauge. If you're a nerd and want to parse, this is where you're gonna build gauge. So you're ready to murder the next boss. And and soldiers are gone, which means every single barracks is currently done. Make sure that everyone's alive. Drop on the pad as soon as you can. And this is your friendly reminder that every loot on DRS is personal. There's no one that can grab it for you but yourself. If you don't grab it, it's going to be left behind. I would love to steal it, as Opal would say, but unfortunately, it's yours. Redeem it as you deem fit.
Double contention.
This is a second reminder that all loot is personal, and only you can grab it.
Nope.
Why does range start with Derv Mimic? Do we Dervish and then Mimic before the countdown ends?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Right.
That's what it is.
Okay.
All right. Congratulations. We're officially inside DRS. That was a free trial. That was to make sure you are actually able to get inside. Before we start talking about the cute little fella with no neck and no face in front of us, there are 3 things I need to remind you. The first thing that I need to remind you is, if you look at your debuffs, you will see that you cannot change your job, and there's a second debuff. Resurrection by certain means is impossible. Resurrection restricted. In DRS, normal resurrection that you would use on any other content is completely negated. It is impossible to use, so you can try. You're gonna lose 2400 mana and probably cry. The only way we can potentially raise people, as you can see, is by healers with Arise and the Pure Essence, Spirit of the Divine. It has a secret interaction that allows us to rest someone with a 10% chance. It is a 10%, as you can see, and sometimes you will one-tap people and then feel good about yourself, or other times you will waste 5 plates and the person's still gonna be dead. You get used to it, it's life. That is the first thing I need to tell you. The second thing that I need to tell you is about LB usage. Every party except the one that had someone leave will have LB3. What does that mean? It means we have LB3. Shocking, I know. So, take a wild guess who uses the LB. If you say tank, you're wrong. Every mechanic in DRS has twice or thrice come ruin, which means no amount of mitigation will save you if you get hit twice or thrice. So, tank LB rends it useless because nothing is going to kill you to that degree, nothing is needed for it, and you're going to die regardless. DPS LB, as ironic as it sounds, is a DPS loss. If you're a melee and you LB, you're doing less damage than the guy right beside you who's only doing 1 hit of their combo. Because that's how DRS works. Which means the only LB that should be used at any time and only during specific calls is the healer LB. Healer LB for some reason surpasses the restricted resurrection. And pretty much that's one of the 2 ways we can have to raise people. That rest is guaranteed, so healers will be instructed to use them at specific points. And third but not last, this is where I catch people off guard. I will ask that every healer on every alliance do a little AoE heal if you can. Any healer will do, just do an AoE heal. Medica, Medica 2, Medica 3, Medica 4, Medica 4337. Okay, as you can see, Medicas are taken for 1k health, right? They're healing for 1k health. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, right? That is a very good heal. Okay, casters with C4, please press C4. You just got out healed by 10 times. Your heal is useless. No offense. You tried. But this is where I tell you, healers, you are not a healer. I'm so sorry to lie to you. You are a support. You bring supportive actions and you raise people. You also look pretty and dense and also glare at some points. Casters, I'm so sorry for you. You are the true healer. If you see people dropping low, if you see people dropping their health, you are in charge of pressing that funny little C4 and topping everyone off. And as you can see, casters, if you have Elder and you did, you will see that bravery is applied to everyone. This is a bravery stronger than the default bravery. It is a 10% damage bravery, whereas the buff is a 5%. So not only will you be healing the party, you will also be applying this every minute for damage buffs. As for just a quick note for our Fizz range, you will notice that this is cringe content, which means back then we had the 19-second meta. So Dervish is a 90-second. You would use it every 2 minutes instead of 90 seconds. Whenever you see your big buffs coming up, that's when you Dervish. Every 2 minutes. And that's pretty much it for DRS itself. So, let's talk about the necklace fella. As you can see, he has no neck. He has 4 swords. That's 3 more than the average Final Fantasy XIV player. That's very scary. Trinity Seeker is the first encounter. He is extremely similar, surprisingly similar to its normal counterpart. there's one key difference. It's Savage. Everything's faster. Everything's gonna be faster. Everything's gonna hurt faster. Everything's gonna slash faster. Remember those four cleaves that killed you on normal? They're gonna happen faster here. Remember that orb and that flower that grew on the arena and almost killed you? It goes faster here. Remember the Ifrit dash that you saw once? No, you didn't. It's gonna happen here. Ifrit dashers are the new mechanic that Trinity Seeker brings. He's gonna dash towards the arena. If it's named Ifrit dashes because, guess, take a wild guess. It's the dashes of Ifrit. Square Enix they were low on budget. Don't blame me. Pretty much, that is the entirety of the encounter. My calls will be boss relative most of the time. Unless they aren't. I will try always to call them True North, because I hope Blackheart will be doing True North and holding in North. So if you hear East, East, West, West, take a wild guess where you're going. If you couldn't figure it out, I'm so sorry. That is right, left, left. And last but not least, there's nothing else. The boss is pretty straightforward. As a note, everything's gonna be happen faster, and that mechanic of the orb and the flower are gonna happen way faster and way more often here. So I'm gonna call for, as soon as I put the markers, I'm gonna call for look away from 3, dodge towards 1. If you see the markers on the arena, you understand what that means. Or at least, I hope you do. That is pretty much it. There's not much that can be explained about this fight. It is a purely reactive fight, and most of it can be called. If you're ready, please come towards the C marker. Our main tank for the night is Lord Blackheart. Tanks, this is where you turn your stance off. If you have your stance on, you shouldn't. Turn it off. I'm looking at you. I know what you are. Good job. And I see everyone is ready. Opal is our duelist, and she will have the stance on in a bit. Listen, he has no knack. Listen. Yeah. We should have one melee DPS with X FOM. Let's see if I can snag one. If you're a melee DPS, you have EX FOM because you're a veteran. Lynn probably has. Yeah, Lynn. Just mimic Lynn. I'm gonna mark her with the arrow. There we go. All right, everyone is on the C marker. I'm doing Blackheart, do a 30 seconds whenever you can. And as a reminder, this is Savage content. Use your food. It may not seem like Savage content. It is. Use your food. You're going to be using a total of 3 foods during this encounter. On a good day. On a bad day, 5 or more. The fight's going to start with the least known thing in Final Fantasy, which is called an AoE. And he's going to do the sword mechanic, right, followed by the orb/flower. So, get ready to dodge. And let's see how this goes. We're pulling the boss. And guess what that is. If you guess a raid wide, congratulations. You know 99% of the fights. Watch as Trinity Seeker summons his small little brother. Watch his little brother. He's not that little, but he is there. And there's the swords. Get ready. And we're having a crossover. Start at 2. Okay, this is gonna be east, west, west, east. 1 slash, go west. Wait for 2 slashes, and then come back. Move. West, west. Stay on west. Move east. Look away from 3. Look away from 3, go towards north. Look away from 3, go towards north. And welcome to DRS. We're gonna have a front back. Stay inside the boss's hitbox. His side is the safest. Inside the hitbox is the safest. And welcome to DRS. This is gonna be a solo tank buster. Do not be on not one. 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 See that guy? He was on the not one. Don't be like him. Continue to not be on not one. This time, he's also gonna die if you are there. Watch as the tank survives this very graciously. And watch as we have chains coming up. What chains, you ask? Those chains. And I believe we're going outside the barricade. Yeah, we're gonna hide behind the barricade. Go behind any barricade. Any barricade is safest. Anything that is a barricade is probably safe. And go back in. Just like that. And now come in, because we're gonna have Ifrit dashes. Come inside the boss, and we're gonna have Ifrit dashes.
Huh?
Thank you for speaking, Val. Go towards 1. We're gonna be going towards 1. And we're gonna get knocked back into a barricade. The barricade at 4 is safe. If you're a caster, just stay here. If you're a melee, feel free to dash now if you have an extra dash. And now stack on 4. This is a line stack. Stack on 4. Stack on 4. This is a line stack. If you're not on 4, you might get funnied. You didn't get funnied. And watch as we have a full downtime mechanic, right? I believe so. This is going to be Iron Splitters. But before that...
Get out of orange!
congratulations. Everyone here knew how to dodge. Go to blue brick. Go to blue brick. Blue brick is safe. And we haven't skipped. This is going to be full downtime. We're having a full downtime mechanic. There's going to be Iron Splitters. What are Iron Splitters? Some funny tatters on your face. If you have those, you're going to go away. Go onto white sand first. Check for your tether. Check for your tether. Check for your tether. Run away if you have a tether. Full downtime. Go to blue brick. Tethers are back. Go away. If you died, I'm so sorry. You shouldn't be here. And also, jump scare. And I believe now we're hitting the funny moment in a bit. Yeah. This is first a raid wide. Now I believe go to Interchronos as the boss. Go to Interchronos as the boss. Max melee is scary, but possible. Interchronos. If you died, you were not at an Interchronal. Okay, go back to the middle. Watch as we have Ifrit dashes again, because he is Ifrit's lost cousin, as I guess. We're going to be running towards him one of the sides. Hold the boss north. The boss is not north. We're going to be going towards 4. This is easy. We're going to stay north for 2 and then going south for 2. This is true north. North of the back of the boss for 2, front of the boss for 2. True north, then true south. 1 hit, 2 hits, go south. Orb is at 1. Avoid the orb. We're going to be running towards 2 or B. There we go. Those are chains. You know what to do. Break them. Watch as the boss is recentered graciously, and watch as a raid wide approaches us menacingly. And now I believe it's a... Yeah. Take a wild guess what that is. If you want to find out, feel free to go there. I'm not your dad. Good job. You've passed the test. And now, we're going to be having swords, but we're Iron Splitters, which means either Sand or Brick are going to be safe. We're going to start... We're going to start east for 2, and then going west for 2. Iron Splitters are coming up. East for 2, west for 2. Blue Brick is safe. Inside the boss is Blue Brick. Wait for 2 slashes. 1 more. Go across. Go to Send. Send is safe. And now watch as they jump scare us with a new one. Blue Brick is safe. Now look away from 4 and run towards east on or B. Dodge those lines after the dashes. There we go. Go towards B. And watch as a raid wide approaches us menacingly. Get away from not 1 because I believe this is going to be a new tank buster. No, go inside the boss's hitbox first. Front and back are also safe if you want to do that. And now we're going to have an actual cursed mechanic. This is gonna be a hide or knockback with a clone on the side. This is probably one of the hardest mechanics here. Clone is at north. And this is knockback, I believe. Knockback. We're going to the right of the clone for 2, and then to the left of the clone for 2. Right of the clone. Right of the clone, right here. One more. One more. Across. And my alarm's going off. And those are chains. Here's LB now. Here's LB now. And that was a bad call of me. That was way too quick. That was way too on top. I forgot the LB on this fight. Yeah. Healers, this is the time you're going to be resting. If you see traps ahead, take a wild guess. Also, girl dinner come, though. Yee! There are more traps ahead. If you see this funny little yellow pad, no. You do not see the funny little yellow pad. You do not. You do not see it. If you are on Opal's run, Opal's party, and you are the summoner, that is Handy Spork or Next, please stay behind near the pad. Opal will potentially instruct you about what to do. Oh my God, girl dinner. I don't have another antidote. Actually, girl dinner. All right. As you look here, it might sound odd because usually arenas should have bosses, but for some reason we don't have any bosses here, right? This is kind of weird, right? Look, it's just an empty arena. Like what? I have nothing to tell you. Like it's an empty arena. So instead, let's everyone come here. I don't like being inside. It's too there's too much dust. Everyone come back here. If you could come towards the plus. We're gonna have some. We're gonna catch some fresh air outside. Feel free to sit and do a circle. We're gonna just have our friendly meditation section. If you see a countdown, no, you don't. No, you don't. And if you say, what's up?
Can my C4 please come?
Oh.
To give me C4.
Handy Spork,
I
if you
would
could
really
come.
appreciate it.
Handy
Oh, you
Spork.
need both of us? Sorry, I
Yeah.
thought you only need one of us. My bad.
Yeah, if you could go there, you need Opal will instruct you in party and watch as we ponder upon here. And you might ask, Henro, but there is a boss on the. No. Listen here. There is no boss in the arena. Do you got me? There's nothing on that arena.
Well, what are
If
you
you see
doing?
that countdown, Opal is being a bit weird. She's a bit quirky sometimes. She likes doing countdowns for no reason, so don't worry about it. If you could come here, let's admire this wall. As you can see, these doors are very well crafted. They were made in 1500 before Heidelin. They are probably one of the most ancient structures here in Eorzea. As you can see, this place is kind of falling apart, but oh my God, there's a boss in the arena. Run, run, run. Fucking murder the boss. Fucking murder the boss. I don't know where the fuck he came from, but he came from somewhere. As you can see, we have a clown finding the boss. And also, if you think, but you didn't speak about the mechanics of this boss, there was no boss. I wasn't aware of it. He's dashing. He's dashing, I think, towards the south. Careful. He's dashing. Oh my God, he's dashing again. Jesus Christ. Be careful. Oh my God, that's a raid wide. Jesus Christ, run away. Run away as fast as you can. Watch as the Dahu does not go towards the middle of the arena because Val's trying to fucking grief my run.
This is very weird.
Lions are going across. If you see some numbers are in your funny head, bring them to one of these lions. Bring them to one of the lions. Stay on top of it. Any lion would do. Just hug a lion. Give him a little hug. Alright, dodge left. We're dodging towards the AoE. Dodge into the AoE now.
Henry, you forgot to say not to stack on the same line.
Oh. Oh well.
3 people were on the same line. It was pretty funny.
Oh well. Okay, go towards Dahu's left shoulder. We're gonna dodge into the second explosion. The second explosion is safe. On plus, it is completely free caster uptime. Now watch as the 9 boyfriends from Dahu approaches us. They're very jealous. Dahu's HP is actually quite big, so feel free to AoE them. You know what? Yoink. Feel free to AoE the lions down. And now we're gonna have the hardest mechanic in the game. Random bullshit go. Everything is gonna happen. How about once? You see those? Remember those rocks that I didn't tell you about? They're gonna happen. Remember the left to right? They're gonna happen. Remember the lions? They're gonna happen. Remember the limit cut? That's not gonna happen. Also dodge into this. Okay, never mind. I lied. There's the limit cuts. Don't stack on the same lion. Stack on any lion, but don't stack on the same lion. Okay, this is gonna be a bit weird. Tanks go towards the south. Everyone else go towards the north. Flares towards the south, and I'm joking. Also, congratulations to Opal. She was successful in her duel. Feel free to congratulate Opal and thank her for a potential hand that you're gonna get later. I'm not gonna do the handy joke. If you do the handy joke, I'm gonna judge you. You can thank her. You'll probably die if you try, though. I advise against it. Yeah, this is a funny little reminder. The Doom only lasts throughout the boss. If we succeed the boss, the Doom is gone. As we approach the arena, you're gonna see some weird markers. For now, don't worry too much about them. Like, they're just standing there menacingly. Okay, and before anything else, I see some healers already caught up to my funny little silly mischief. I need a healer on every one of those. If you see the D marker, no you don't. No one sees the D marker. I need a healer on any one of those. Any healers? Possible. Yeah. We're gonna have some raises. We have some raises, so let's wait for a bit. But for now, I see a healer on every one of those. I'm going to be putting some stuff on DRS Learning 1. And if you need to go to the bathroom, that's a good time. We're waiting for Dead. Remember, you only have 10 minutes. I don't make the rules. The instance does. But go quick about it. Is there someone dodging over and over? Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'll take the blame for that because I completely forgot about. I completely forgot to check for Dead. Usually there's no deaths on Dahu, but then again I don't explain it. Okay, is everyone up? There we go, everyone is up. Congratulations, we did it. All right. If you are here, if I know you're here, please do a little leap for me. I just want to have a quick lens at the leapers. I see a bunch of leapers. Oh my god. But I also see a lot of people standing still. As a note, we do have some batteries here. We do have some batteries. If you're melee, Lin is your physical battery. For QG. If you didn't grab the chest on Dahu, you're not losing much. But as a reminder again, the outloot is personal. Only you can grab it for yourself. I will ask that every party does a ready check for me and tell me how many are away. That is A, B, C, D, F. So bread, credit. D, there's no joke about D. I hate D. And Freddy.
He's not.
So I wish I had the admin powers to mute Val right now, but unfortunately I don't. So I'm just gonna mute her on my end and pretend she doesn't exist. Thank you for party. And we have 108 on Alpha. Dread. Actually, Dread is a good. Okay, Dread is a good one. Freddy Fazbear's missing one. Bread is ready, or Broth. I don't like Broth. Don't. I'm just waiting on Charlie. We have one away on Freya, you're gonna be doing TA. Listen, Broth and Bread is a god tier combo, but server perma muted. Hopefully soon. Run away from the arena. Run away from the arena. Run away from the arena. Fall back. Fall back. Who did that?
What's going on? What's going
Who did that? Stay outside the arena from now on. Listen, I'm very silly. I will not take that shit. That's all I'm gonna say. We good? We good. You have to actively hit those guys. There's a reason I'm upset. All right, we're still waiting on the AFKers. We're just gonna wait for them to come back. I did say there was a. This chat is also provoked chat. All right. Is fully ready. Broth was ready already. Freddy Fazbear, we're still waiting. Dread should be ready. Waiting on credit. Credit is good. All right. Just waiting on Freddy Fazbear. As a reminder, remember to wiggle if you haven't, but then again, we just ran away from the boss, so most of us are probably safe. Okay, Freddy Fazbear's here. Oh my god, her. Alrighty, righty. Welcome to Queensguard. You recognize those guys. You recognize those guys? They're the 4 guards that are gonna eventually try to save the queen. Everyone knows they're gonna fail. We're the main character. I'm him. From the difference from them, from normal to here, is pretty much they're gonna fight 2 at the same time. Instead of fighting 1 at a time, they decided that teaming up is actually better for them. So we're gonna be fighting the 2 on the right and then the 2 on the left after they jump away. This is also a reminder, healers, this is the fight you're gonna slot Spell Forge or Steel Stain, or Steel Forge or Spell Stain if you're dyslexic, like I am. Communicate with your healer which one you want to do, which flavor of candy you prefer, which candy of popsicle you prefer, and communicate that. So, welcome to Queensguard. Queensguard is very similar to its normal. There is some variances that we have to be aware of. First of all, if you remember, the warrior would put bombs on the arena and then only tether nothing or the bombs. This time, he can also tether to you. As a reminder, if he tethers to you, whatever tether he has is inverted. If he doesn't tether the bombs, but he tethers you, you need to go to a small bomb. If he tethers you and the bombs, you have to go to a big bomb. Bofa. That is pretty much all there is for him. As for the soldier, he has pretty much the same thing as ever. He puts frogs, water, frogs, bombs, clones, you know the drill. The knight is the same as ever. He has the in and out, but he also changes some things. He can do by the shield or by the sword, that's in and out, but that also means if he's targeting a bomb, if he's targeting a funny little orb in the center, and he's casting shield, he's gonna push that bomb away and knock back everyone away from that orb. If it's a sword, that orb is gonna explode and everything around it. I'm gonna call those by knockback or to the walls, bombs on the walls. That's pretty much it. Other than that, there is some time that the arena is gonna be separate into lightning and wood elements. You might hear this way too many times if you start doing this frequently, but tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. And that's pretty much it. And everyone here has had to do Orbon Monastery at some point in their lives, because that's a requirement to unlock DRS or Baja as a whole. Do you remember Mosardio? Remember that hole you had to show at him? Did you like that mechanic? You're gonna learn to like it. You don't have a choice. You see that little gunner there? You see that motherfucker? He's Mustardio's son. We kind of beat his ass, so he's kind of pissed. He also got depressed. That's why he's overweight. Not that it has any... It varies from person to person. He started eating way too much. So yeah, remember to show the hole. Some people told me the hole can be in front of you, but I've yet to see it. So always assume the hole is going to be on your sides or behind you. And last but not least, there's one extra mechanic. Once they drop away and they form those shields, as you remember... OnlyFans. As you remember, they will all put some shields around them. We need to break those shields. There's also parries there as normal. Don't get parried. Don't be a casual. People are gonna cry. I've never seen a front of me once, but then again, I played melee, so maybe melees don't have it. I've never seen a front hole, so I'm always gonna. I think it's a conspiracy against front holer and appreciators. Nonetheless, let me not get distracted. On the moment of those parries and those shields that you cannot get parried, a bunch of orbs will spawn around the arena. Those orbs are our spheres and the other spheres. Those are not their names. I just forgot about them. Our spheres, tanks. It is your duty to grab those spheres. They are gonna spheres and provoke them. Those spheres will always spawn north and south. Always. Relative, true north, true south. Your duty is to provoke them. If you see a funny little spike on top of you with a menacing sound effect, press your invuln. If you don't have your invuln, provoke it still, because odds are it's gonna hit 1 DPS. And don't worry about it. You have better odds of surviving than the DPS have. The other spheres are reflect spheres. Healers that were on top of those markers. Congratulations, you just have the duty of doing those. You might have, on the hosters that I provided, you might notice that you have light curtains. You might ask, what the fuck is a light curtain? It is a portable loss reflect for 10 seconds. Your duty is to stand on top of that orb, on top of the AoE dust, and reflect that orb. If you reflect it, it's gonna kill itself. That is your duty. If you look on DRS Learning 1, you're gonna see all the explanations I made, and along a visual map of the spheres corresponding to the markers. I'll ask that healers, I'll stand on the markers right now, the healers on every single one of those. I saw one healer on A. I will ask that you return. You cannot escape. I know who you are. Good job. I will ask that based on the map, every healer rotates to their next sphere now. Just imagine you're doing your sphere. Every healer change to your sphere. The healer here, Wyatt, you did wrong. There we go. That's correct. There we go. Nope. Yep. Yeah. That is the movement you're going to be doing. It's a very simple movement. As a reminder, you can use one reflect to deal with 2 spheres. You need to time it properly. Not that properly. It's not like pixel perfect. But if you're feeling unsafe, feel free to pop 2 light curtains. As long as you live, that's better than nothing. Reflecting isn't necessarily a hard duty, but if you want someone to take over, feel free. Miro's willing to take over, so appreciate it, Miro. And anyone can do it, but I'd prefer healers because healers have 1,473 light curtains in total on their bag, and that is a fact. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask now. My explanations are often vague, but that's because often there's no better way to explain the mechanics than seeing them yourselves. We did have someone using a lot of plates, so I will try to be a bit careful with calls. I will double check to be sure everything's ready. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask so. No question is dumb. Being dumb is being scared. And we have a DC in
Hello,
death.
DC. They're coming back right now.
Yeah. Take your time. If you're ready, go past the purple wall, just so I know you're ready.
For the bombs, you said I looked at it. Is everyone going to see the same tethers, or each person will see their own tethers?
Tethers are in. Your personal tether is individual. The bomb tethers will always be for everyone. The bombs will always tether for everyone the same way. The difference is that the same person, the warrior, might also tether to you, the player.
Okay.
Yeah, so only you can see your own tether, but everyone can see the bomb tethers. As a reminder, 0 or 2 equals big bomb, 1 equals small bomb. That is the amount of tethers you see. For steel forges and spell stings, and yes, I did mix them up intentionally. There are some jobs that are cringe. The special boys. Those special boys will need one of them regardless of the tether that is asked for. Those special boys, there's an image all the way to the top that you can see the special boys, but if you want to hear from my voice, those are Paladin, Dark Knight, Ninja, Reaper, Bard, and Red Mage. Those are special boys, and they will need one of them regardless of what is requested. And everyone seems to be ready, just waiting on that one person behind. And this is your reminder to refresh your food. Half an hour has passed. DC is back. I see him on the back. If you're ready, Mr. DC, and you understood the explanations of most of them, that is good. Blackheart, you will be taking middle. Okie dokie. All right. Everyone come here to the C-way mark now. That was just a check. And do not early pull. As you can see, those bosses are very chill. They will only hit us once we hit them. So please do not hit them until the countdown is ready. And he seems to be alive. Waiting on Saratan, standing behind. There we go. 30 seconds going on the clock. And they're very chill. Except when they aren't. They bite. But don't... Listen. Yeah. Tanks. Everyone, turn your stance on. Every tank, turn your stance on. Once they jump away, you're going to turn your stance off. Grab all those boys and... grab all those boys. Make them cuddle like we did on slimes. If you weren't on slimes, you missed it. You missed out. You should be there next time. And get ready. 2, 1, and we ball. Put them all on the cuddle puddle. Put them all on the cuddle puddle. Put them all on the cuddle puddle. And that's the first raid wide. And that is the second raid wide. And they're all gone. And now the tanks know what they're doing, right? Tanks, all stances off. Tanks, all stances off. Remove yellow, apply purple. All right, we're gonna have Relentless Battery 1. That is the traps or the bombs. Check for your tether. Bomb slingers coming up. Alright, this is a shield. We're gonna get knockbacked. If you're tether, you're going too small. No tethers, too big. Knock away. Go knock back away from 2. Away from 2. Away from 2. If you dropped first, go to a bomb that just exploded. Warrior might be casting a boost, or so I've been told, but don't worry about it. Raid wide. Some people need spells, so feel free to. Alright, we're gonna be doing the element splits. If you tethers to wind, no tethers to lightning. Check for your tether. Tethers to wind, no tethers to lightning. Tether should be out now. Tethers to wind, no tethers to lightning. This is by the shield. We're going towards the warrior and then inside. Go towards the warrior. We're gonna be going towards east, to the right, to the right, to the right. Avoid the french fries. Those french fries. Warrior might be casting a boost, but don't worry too much about it. Alright, Tank Buster's going out. As a note, we need to kill them at a relatively similar time. RP3. This is one I haven't seen that often. Remove yellow, apply purple. Murder them at an equal speed. They're pretty even. They're gonna die. And there we go. Blackheart, you know what to do. Alright. We're gonna start with a funny mechanic. As Lin Ranking Jutsu would say, I don't know what they're putting in the water, but they're turning the fires into frogs, or I don't know what they're putting into the frogs, but it's turning the water into fire or something like that. I don't know how it goes, something like that. We're gonna be going opposite of the first 2 frogs. We're gonna be going towards 4. This is where the show hole happens. Show your hole to the knight, to the gunner on the middle. Show your hole to the gunner on the middle. And now to any turret on the wall. Those turrets, by the way. Tank busters are happening. Yeah, also avoid the overlaps. And that's another raid wide happening. Alright, RP2, the hardest mechanic in the entire game. Tanks get ready to provoke your turrets. That's the only 2 tanks, the main tanks. Not any other tank. Alright, kill those turrets. Bosses are pretty high. So kill this one first, and then that one. Invo now. Raid wide is going out. Alright. We're gonna be having ice. Keep moving. Wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If you're a black mage, I'm so sorry. More on the soldier. And just kill them both. Alrighty, righty. Slimes, go towards A. Golems, go towards C. All the way to the wall. All the way to the wall. All the way to the wall. Tanks get ready to provoke. Aura spheres are up. Reflect spheres are up. Tanks provoke the aura spheres. Invuln whenever a spy check is cast on you. Don't get parried. If you got parried, I'm probably laughing at you. No spheres pass. Good job. We should be able. No, we're not gonna skip it. Kill those fears. Kill those wards. Don't get parried. Like everyone just did. Alright, spheres are happening. Healers on the spot. Tanks get ready to invuln. Alright, one sphere has passed through. That's all good. Kill the wards. We're gonna be hitting Enrage. If you see a funny little thing, invuln now. Alright, kill those fears. Kill those wards. Kill those wards. One last parry and then it's Enrage. One last parry and then Enrage. Just kill it whenever you can. There we go. LBs. Some people had LB3s. Good job. Res the dead. And also tank Copalt for the handy. We have a bunch of dead. Rest them before moving forward. Alright, 2 deads have been resolved. 1 extra dead here. Everyone, feel free to /shout and thank Opal for the hand play that you just got. If it wasn't for the duo successful, you wouldn't have gotten it. Now everyone pray for this poor little soul that's dodging 10% over and over. Jesus Christ. Good lord. Sure, go for it. We're low on raises. I'd prefer not to meme. Also, be out of the arena. If Vel is doing something stupid, that's to be expected. Leave her be. Be outside the arena. There we go. Are you good, Vel? I believe that. I believe she's good. Okay. Welcome to Phantom. Phantom has way too many mechanics to explain. He's probably the hardest boss in this entire instance. It's a bit hard to explain, so I guess we're just gonna poll. It's very hard to explain his mechanics. If you're ready, go across the purple line. You can also take a break here because I know some people are gonna be scared. This boss is extremely hard. It's very hard. Like, no one in the entire universe cleared it. And pimp on the
Need to
mic.
build gauge.
If you do need to do some calls, yeah, absolutely, please. We're not gonna be building gauge. If you're ready, go across the purple line.
No, I mean I used the
ready?
fight to build gauge.
Oh, fair, nice. The incident. All right, everyone should be ready. I see some people behind. I would hope if you could step forward, but if you do need to take a break, this is time. We're just gonna pull him. All tankers should have their stances off by now. And this is a very hard fight. I'm gonna be trying my best to do this. The calls here. Blackheart on you. 30 seconds. Okay, everyone prepare to pre-buff. This is probably the hardest fight in the entire encounter. There's a reason so many people are afraid of it. There's a reason so many people try to talk about it. And hopefully we'll get through. And also feel free to cut me on voice if my call is wrong or you need to call something that I haven't. You are completely allowed to. This fight is probably impossible to call by yourself. All right, we're starting the fight. Banishes up. We're starting the fight with a... All right. If we get the curse pattern, we're doing a 4 to C to A to 1 dodge. If not, we're just... Okay, good pattern. Good pattern. We're going towards D. We're going towards D. Good pattern. Good pattern. All right. This is a very hard mechanic. You have to walk. Opal has aggro, by the way. This is a very hard mechanic. Just walk. Walk the circles. Be very careful. One of the hardest mechanics are about to happen. It's a death wall. Don't touch it. It's very hard. It's very hard. Don't touch the death wall. Don't touch the death wall. It's very scary. Okay, go across. 3. Good job. Good job. Good job. Ooh, okay. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here. Careful. Okay. Once we're done here, we're gonna be dodging towards 4. No other safe spot is safe. No other place is safe. Only 4 is gonna be safe. If someone says 2 is safe, they're delusional. 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. Go across. Go across. Go across. Jesus Christ.
Wait,
they're
what?
dead. Okay, pray for them. Everyone pray for them. They're about to die. 1 more hit. Go across. Go back to 3. Oh God, they're gonna die. Okay.
This is weird.
Oh boy. This is hard. Okay, this is very hard. Okay. Okay, everyone get ready. There's gonna be some rat ads. We need to kill them in less than 3 seconds, or else we have an extra minute to do so. But it's less than 3 seconds. Come on, 1. Okay, we have an extra 30 seconds. Healers, you have to heal the white ads. Fuck. Okay. Kill A, then 1, then we're gonna heal D to 4.
Wait.
Okay. Fuck. They messed up the pattern. That's all good. Kill 1. Kill 1. Kill 1. Quick. All right. We're gonna be killing. Okay. Kill northwest. Northwest first, and then we're gonna kill northeast and south. Oh God, we're killing the wrong pattern. Oh God, this is fuck up later. Oh God. Okay. Hardest mechanic in the game coming. Okay. Interrupt. Okay.
What?
Okay. The next mechanic is gonna be.
Yeah, you are a bit cringe, not gonna lie.
This is okay. The mechanic is about to happen. Blackheart, please do not walk.
We need to kill. I don't want to do this.
Oh my God. That was scary. Okay, good job. Don't walk ahead. There's traps ahead. Okay. If you see some veterans walking ahead, they know when to walk. But don't walk ahead. Let the runners walk. This is where our TA Perceptor would be percepting. TA Perceptor. Good job. As you can see,
Where
there's
is
a trap.
Where's the chest?
Oh my God. The chest is right behind on the arena.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Um,
blind.
Oh, good. Oh boy. As you can see, that was probably the easiest fight in here. There's a reason no one calls them. Yeah, I'm sorry. I spread misinformation online. Be careful. Don't go past 1. Continue to, or you can go. Just dodge the trap. The trap is very scary. Go towards 2. Do not do any turns. Okay, all traps have been found. See those purple, see those pink traps? Don't touch them.
Don't.
Let me. Do not touch them. Okay, good job. Okay, for tanks, this is the part of the fight where you would be slotting your funny little shell to. If you're a DPS and you have for some reason you have less than 6 forts, you are to step behind. But alas, nonetheless, besides everything. No, I only do that when Carter's here because it's funny. All right. As for everyone, we're gonna have movie night. I will ask that everyone stay outside the arena. I'm gonna be doing what's called a demo run. Less than 6 fortitude stacks. That's the blue one, I believe. Slightly green for some blind, colorblind people. But if you're ahead of the purple line, you shouldn't be unless you want to die. Feel free to come, Blackheart. I hope you know how to mid this. 2 tanks is probably going to be enough. Next, I'm going to be giving you party lead. For now, Blackheart, give party lead to someone you trust in your party. Oh my God, it's someone I trust that I should have given to Opald, huh? Oh well. I miss Opald. Blackheart, leave your party so I can invite you. Okay, Viria is your party lead. Lynn. I'm just waiting on Lynn. We're gonna chill here for a bit, but tanks, this is where you're gonna slot Shell 2, and then after we, before we start the fight, Ether Shield. For now, just keep Shell 2 on you. If I could have a Shell 2 as well, actually. I'm tank ignore 2. And Blackheart is tank ignore 1. Alright. As of now, I will advise everyone to focus target either me or Blackheart. I will be doing explanations here as we go through the mechanics. And I'm not doing dick bag. Again, if you're near the purple line, get behind it now or else you risk dying. This fight is gonna start with something very weird. Keep the aggro on me, I have 10 forts. Come to me. Someone was ahead of the purple line. This is what happens. 2 people were ahead of the purple line and you 2 are about to die because of it. Okay, this fight will start with 3 armaments of hers. The first armament is, this is gonna be swords. Watches the person die because he did not stay behind the purple line. And now the second armament is gonna be staff. So this is bow, sword, staff. And then she recenters and there's the behind. Same as normal, this fight revolves entirely around mechanics. There are way too many things that are different though. And the first thing here is we're gonna have a tank buster. As you can see, B and Blackheart have a force march on us, and one of the sides of the arena is gonna be unsafe, just like the maze. The safe side is B. The not safe side is on D. Your quick march is always gonna take you 2 tiles away. So if you see the tiles on the floor, your quick march is gonna take you 2 tiles away. Unless you're a ninja, then it's 2.5 tiles. Guide, QG. Oh, guide, TA. If you look at DRS learning to follow along, pretty much this mechanic here means that every, those arrows, as you can see, they're not telegraphed, but they will take a turn whenever they can. Your goal is to get hit by one of the arrows to neutralize your element. And then we're going to be having sword. Sword pretty much means we're going to be going to the front. And this is arguably the hardest part of this. This mechanic is going to be entirely personal. You need to figure out your element and figure out the safe spot and then neutralize your element by going to one of the cleaves. This mechanic is going to leave one of those 4 squares here safe for us, and only the cardinals of those squares are going to be safe. So north, south, east, west. The first square right here, for instance, is number 2. Number 2 is the first square, and we need to neutralize our elements. I have +1 fire, so I need to get by -1 ice. She's gonna do those cleaves twice, and right now the safe spot is 1. Right here, me and Blackheart have both neutralized our elements, so we need to get hit by nothing. I did not mean to be in the DSR Abyss. Don't worry about it. As you can notice, every single one of those mechanics is followed by a raid wide. Very original. Also wiggle around, wiggle around, wiggle around, wiggle around. And this is probably the easiest variant of it. Right here, we're going to be assigned elements and quick marches on the first iteration of it. So I have a +2 fire, and I have a backwards march. So I need to face backwards towards the meteor with 2 ice. But first, proximity. Stay on 3. 3 is the dead center. And now I'll locate my meteor. My meteor is at northwest, and I will force march towards it. Blackheart is going to another meteor, but I don't know because I'm not checking him, I'm checking myself. Don't greet us. And also, for the shocker of everyone, here's a raid wide. After all three of the swords have been cycled behind, she's gonna do it again. But right now, there's a catch. Welcome to the hard part of this fight. The part that you don't want to see. Right here, she's gonna be doing something. She's gonna be slightly altering the mechanics, but also we're gonna be having brands. Right here, we're gonna be waiting for the clones to cleave, and then we're gonna sprint towards the safe spot. We don't have a force march here. And this is the maze. The maze on phase 2 is probably the hardest one, and the ones that I expect to see at least 20 bodies if we do happen to see it. Right here, we're going to be given brands. Brands are, on the gist of it, brands are something that will give you an extra element by the end the mechanic ends. So right here, I have a -1 ice with a +1 fire. My brand is going to be 0. Right here, I need to force march as well. I have a force march. This is the inverted pattern. So what I need to do is force march to the spot that will give me no element, which is right in the middle. My brand is going to trigger -1 ice, and my element is neutralized. And a raid wide, because why not? Invuln. I'm going to invuln. Pretty much add the 2 numbers. You're going to have the element on you, and you're going to have the brand on you, front. The brand is always going to apply some elements after the mechanic is resolved. After everything is done, the brand is going to apply to you. The same applies here for the swords. The swords are the only ones that don't change regarding of mechanic execution. The difference is that you might need to get hit twice or none at all. Yeah, of course, I'll just call them all. Right here, I have a -1 ice and a -1 brand. So I need to get hit by either +1 fire twice, southwest, or I can only get hit by the 2 fire here. If I get hit by the 2 fire, I'm done for the mechanic. I have a +1 fire now. My brand is gonna neutralize it. The safe spot is on 3. Wiggle check again. Keep wiggling. And I always think I DC because this one takes so long. Jesus Christ. My ether shield. Oh, yeah. There we go. And that's pretty much it. Now we're going to have the brand variant of the meteors, which is staff phase. Good job, Blackheart. You can also uptime this if you want, if you know what you're doing. I have no idea if she cycles. I don't know if that was luck, but maybe she does cycle. Anyways, not always. Thank you, Opalt. Here I have a -1 ice with a -1 brand. I need to get hit by the +2 meteor. Right here, though, I have no force march, and there's also clones. So I'm gonna run towards here. I'm gonna look for the clones and find a safe spot. The outside corner of all the meteors is the safe spot. So right here, I got hit by my thing, and my brand neutralized it. And this is gonna be Enrage.
Should be fine. I should be fine.
And that's pretty much the entire demonstration. Blackheart, we can just wall. She's gonna start casting Enrage. This is Enrage. And if you see that cast, that very long Gloria Boja, that is, you know, just wall. Someone is on a low timer. There you go. And that is Enrage. And that is the entirety of the Trinity Vault fight. Please rest Tia first, and then Blackheart, and then me. One tap on
Thanks, by
Tia
the
for
way. Oh, thanks.
Rest Blackheart first, and then me.
Bless me. Bless me.
Demonstration runs are not popular because one, it's not that easy to solo it. I was able to solo it, but it's still a very close call. Jesus Christ. There we go. Go, whoa. Chill. Demonstration runs, they take time, and someone is guaranteed to die on them. So pretty much that's the reason we avoid it. Okay, next grab me, and whoever was the party lead Viria is grab Blackheart. Thank you so much. Now that explanations are done properly, this is where I remind our tanks, this is where you're gonna shower everyone. Okay, Opal, can you invite me? Thank you, Opal, love you. Tanks, this is where you're gonna shout everyone in your party or in the other alliances. If you have less than 6 fortitude stacks, that's the blue ray buff. I'm gonna kill you, Miru. Stay behind the purple line to receive shell. Tanks should be handling out shell now. And once you have shell, go across. Bubble is not needed, but if you want to bubble people, feel free to. Shell 2 is a magic resistance buff. Thank you, Opal. And yeah, if you pop food a seeker, now we passed the 1 hour mark. So please repop your food. Once you have shell on you, and maybe bubble if you want that, go across the purple line. And once you're ready, go across towards the C marker. On DRS Learning 1, there are some diagrams that can help you, especially the maze one. If you don't know how to do the arrow turning minigame, there is a cheat sheet telling you where each arrow would always go. So feel free to open that sheet on your phone, your second monitor, tell it to your cat. And there's also a visual representation of the swords, but the swords, unfortunately, are entirely personal responsibility, and there's not much I can do other than show you how it's done, so you can try to do so yourself. Okay, everyone seems to be ready. I believe Spoon is ready. He's always ready. On Blackheart, feel free to do a countdown whenever. This is arguably, without a joke, this is arguably the hardest fight in the instance, because it is an entirely, boss-wise at least, it is the only fight that cannot be called for everyone. You need to know what you're doing, and you need to know how to resolve it. So, Godspeed. Hopefully, we will have LB3 if we have too many wipes. If you die in the fire, on the maze, do not run, do not pop sprint, let the healers rescue you. But I'm gonna call that later. Again, this fight starts, provoke, Blackheart. Okay, this fight starts with the tank buster. Tanks in front, all tanks in front. If you have irregular for some reason, I'm gonna see you die. Okay, this is a raid wide, Aether Shield, mitigate. Opal has aggro. Okay, go out, go out. At the Flash of Light, you can go out. This Flash of Light, by the way. Go out. Get ready for the next set of mechanics. The boss is facing south, so wait for the call. Get in front of the boss. Get towards the arrow. Get towards the arrow. No, 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 no. Yes, yes. Okay, stay here. Just stay here. The boss is going to be center. Get behind. Okay, we have in swords. Sword, staff, shield. Or sword, staff, sword. Bow, staff, sword? Bow, staff, sword. If only I knew how to speak. Okay, get acquainted with a quick march. Your quick march should be up now. And also, a tank buster. Alright, we're gonna be going either towards B or D. Get ready. Use your quick march. Quick march CD. Quick march CD. Remember, 2 tiles.
Good.
If we have any firewalkers, healers, rescue them. You can rescue them and they will live. Do not pop any actions. Okay, we have no bouncers, unfortunate. Refer to the diagram if you have a second monitor, or simply get acquainted, and also get acquainted with your element. Solve this as fast as you can. This is the normal pattern, I believe. There we go.
Nice.
We have a bunch of dead. Aether shield, mitigate.
Nice.
C4s, get ready to heal. Okay, pull her towards the middle if you can. Thank you. We're gonna be going out at the flash of light. But there's no flash of light yet. Yeah, that's why you don't go out yet. Now you go out. All right, this is gonna be the 4 explosions on the corners now. You're gonna have an element. Get acquainted with your element. Memorize it. Look at it again. Now, get acquainted with your quick march. Check your quick march. Hover over it if you're confused. And now, get on the center. Get on the center for mitigation. And now, get ready to quick march towards your meteor. Get ready to quick march towards your meteor. Quick march towards your meteor. Do not greed this. Okay, inner shield, mitigate. C4s, pop C4 now. Get ready to C4 again. Alright, everyone, stack on not 1. Stack on not 1. Stack on not 1. Stack on not 1. Do not be behind. Do not be behind. Oh. Alright. This is gonna be the sword phase. I cannot call this for you. I would love to. All I can do is call the safe spot. So get ready for the safe spot. Look around. Find your explosions. Save your explosions. I'm gonna mark myself as a plus for the safe spot. The safe spot is 1. The safe spot is 1. Do not follow plus now. Be on 1. The safe spot is on 1. Find your brand. Do it. You have 1 more chance. Southwest, this is 4. This is your last chance to fix your brand. This is your last chance. Intercardinal is death, by the way. We have a bunch of dead. That's all good. Or C4 is dead as well. Oh boy. All right, get behind her now. Go towards plus. This is gonna be clones. If you are on the side of the fire, do not panic. Pop sprint and get ready to dodge. East-west of the boss are safe. East-west of the boss are safe. Wait for the clones. Pop sprint now. Wait for the clones. Run. As a reminder for healers, you shouldn't be resting during this mechanic. You shouldn't be resting during any brand mechanics. This is the hardest one. Get ready. Look at your element. Look at your brand. Your quick march is being assigned. Your quick march assigned. Find your element. Look at your brand. Look at your quick march. This is the inverted pattern for those using the cheat sheet. This is the inverted pattern. Get ready to quick march. Get ready to quick march. We got some firewalkers. Aether shield, mitigate. Tanks come to the wall. Maintain, come to the wall. Tank Buster on not one. Alright, this is gonna be staff again, I believe. Go out of the flash of light. Prioritize the mechanic. Go in. Wait for the elements, wait for the mechanics to resolve. Alright, this is gonna be the same thing as before. Look at your brand, look at your element, pull her to the middle whenever you can. You're gonna run towards your meteor, but there's gonna be clones. Run towards your meteor. Corners are safe. The far corners are safe. The far corners are safe. After this, healers, go towards the middle. Go towards the middle now, and LB3. LB3 now, healers. All healers, LB3. Alright, keep her facing. Okay, stay in front of her. She's facing middle. She's facing middle. This is the last iteration of the mechanic. Again, there's not much I can do here other than tell you the safe spot. She's gonna disappear in roughly 10 seconds. And she's about to disappear. Good luck, everyone. I'm gonna call the safe spots. Safe spot is 1. Safe spot is 1. Get acquainted with your brand, your element, and your brand, and neutralize it to the best of your extent. Intercardinals are deaf. The next safe spot is gonna be 3. 3 is the safe spot. 3 is the safe spot. Do not be intercardinal of 3. Do not be on 1. 1 is deaf. And this is the last raid wide of the fight. We have a bunch of dead. And good job. Congrats. All is good. All is good. Parties, please mark your healers now and prioritize resting your healers. I'm marking a bunch of healers around that I see. Prioritize the healers and then the others. We are very low on rests now. The odds are we might have to leave some dead bodies from now on.
That is
If we
such
get
a
lucky.
shame.
If we're lucky, everyone's gonna be fine. Prioritize healing, resting the healers, and then the others. Okay, I'm seeing some decent luck, but we also have way too many deads. It's normal to die here, so don't feel bummed about it. Unfortunately, this fight is extremely annoying to deal with. All healers have been rest. Okay, now we'll ask for you to rest everyone that is relatively new. Veterans will usually mark themselves as not if they don't want to be rest.
On the inverted and normal on the chart, which one is the safe spot?
The inverted and normal are specifically for for the maze, and the safe spot would be the one. The non-element would be the safe spot. So let's say the non-element on the inverted is 2. The middle tile is the non-element tile.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
That's all good. As I said, this fight is a mess. It's arguably the hardest fight here.
I had it though. I couldn't tank the raid fight.
Yeah, the raid whites hurt. That's why you need. We usually hand out shells, but shells just get deleted if you get rest. We still have 2 dead bodies. Pray your best. And while we're praying for the best, any newcomers, I will ask that you come towards the seaway mark that is on the south, on the plus. I see some people standing already there. I see. And everyone's up. Good job. All right. Veterans, you know what to do. I find it cringe, but you know what to do. As for everyone else, come towards the south. Come towards the south. We're going all the way back for the newcomers. Come here. Come here. Don't be shy. If you see the plus behind you, then you see the plus. If you see the plus is currently changing markers very rapidly to demark everyone else. Newcomers, come towards the south of the arena. We're going back a bit. Going up the stairs. If you are on C right now, you're new, feel free to come back. Come back. Feel free. Now, very carefully, approach this pink trap. Do not pop it. Just be close to it. And ponder and ponder. No. A bit closer. You can come closer. I know you can. Feel free to get close to the trap. Feel free to get closer. Look upon the trap. And now, on the funny 0, I'm gonna pop this trap, and I want everyone to run as fast as they fucking can towards the front. Run. Fucking run. Pop sprint. Run. Continue to run. Continue to run. Continue to run. Continue to run. Watch as the cringe veterans do a line for you because they want the new VC feel special. It's pretty cute, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. But continue running. Go all the way to the pad. Also, completely fun fact that right now it's not unknown. The Lotlas are the taller race when you're tiny. Run across the gate. Run across the grate. If you're tiny, congratulations, Wyatt. You did the thing. Now everyone go across and we're going down. There's traps down there. If you see some maniacs running ahead, you don't. I do not take responsibility for any murders that happen down here. There's still a trap on the bridge. Give me a second. There's still a trap on the bridge. I'm gonna pop this one. Please get. See, this is why I asked for you to wait a second. True middle is never safe. Blackheart, you should have just popped all the traps, even if you had no mitts. We're low on reses. Please pay a bit of attention. It's all good, though. It happens. When I watch as we lose 2 healing plates, resting plates that could be useful for us now. I blame Lord. And watch as this 3 plates turn into 5. There we go. Alright. That is a bit upsetting, but such is life in the zone. Alright, first and foremost, before explaining this fight, I need a tank of each one of those. At this point, I would much prefer if the tanks are veterans who know what they're doing. Thank you, Vel. Thank you, Spoon. For a second, I thought you were a monk, so it kind of caught me off guard. All right. Tsunaomni, do you know what to do here? Okie dokie. Perfect. For healers, this is the fight you're going to slot the spell. And you're not going to dislot that dispel throughout the entire instance now, from now on. If you're a healer and you have Dispel, go on D. If you're a healer, you have Reflect or Light Curtains, go on C. If you have both, go in between. D for Deflect, C for Dispel. Alright, that should be everyone assigned. Oh yeah, let me do... Oh yeah, the funny joke. Oh no, I dropped the markers. Haha. Ha. Ha. Anyways, welcome to Siglord. This guy by himself, he's not that scary. He doesn't. All his mechanics can be called. He's gonna drop thunders. You drop them outside. He's gonna do wax. You don't be on them. Curtains are also gonna be used here because you need to reflect the fire orbs. Blackheart. I usually make them bring way too many curtains. I don't make anyone bring reflect. Okay. Stiglord. This guy by himself, he's not scary. He drops some thunders on you. He does some knockbacks. He does some tank busters. He does some very big cleaves. And he does my password tongue swing, which is a very hard swing around him. We just run away. That itself is not the hard part of this fight. The problem is, he has 4 cousins. And for some fucking reason, those 4 cousins are busted. They can down any tank on 2 slaps if they want. Like any tank. If you could refer now to DRS Learning 1, there's a bunch of guides in there. I will talk about the 3 core mechanics. One of them being the Stick Brothers. The Stick Brothers are 4 sets of ads that are going to spawn on every cardinal. So north, south, east, west towards the middle. The tanks here know what to do, but for the sake of newcomers who want to learn, your job as one of the 4 tanks is to do your ranged attack. Not your Holy Spirit as a paladin, but your shield lob and your aggro generating attack on those, and rotate across the arena. If you look at the arena, you're gonna see there's some light parts of it and some dark parts. After 70%, this entire dark terrain right here is gonna be unsafe to stand on. Everything that you can walk through are those circular things that I'm currently running around. If you see number 2 running around very scarily across Mino, this is all gonna be safe for you to walk, except during one mechanic. Or our tanks are going to be rotating those Minos across the arena so they don't get double tapped and then quite literally dying. And that's pretty much the job of the tanks here, the 4 tanks. As for the healers, if you see, there's also a light quadrant on the inner side near Mino with the markers A, B, C, and D. The healers are going to be there. Right there, there are going to be orbs that will be spawning. One of those orbs being the Earth Orb and the Fire Orb. The Earth Orbs is where you need to dispel. They're going to have a 99% damage reduction stone skin, which if you remove, you can just kill them on one tap. So you need to dispel those orbs and then kill them. And the Fire Orbs, they do an AoE around them. If you have done the Light Curtain from QG, they work the same manner. You have to reflect them so they kill themselves. As for DPS, your job is to sit here on 3 and look pretty. That is your entire job. You sit on 3, you see the Mino approaching, you murder it. You look pretty while doing so. As I said, there's gonna be some situations where the arena, the whole fight, pretty much the whole fight. After a while, you're gonna be able to walk around, but for now, you're just gonna sit here on 3. After 70%. After Mino goes back to the middle and goes invulnerable in particular. As I said, there's going to be 2 times that you're going to have to be in those cubbies. And one of them is when you have Faithful Ward cast upon you. I would ask that everyone look towards DRS Learning 1 now. And as you can see, every single Cardinal and Inter-Cardinal has some cubbies for you to stand on. If you look on the arena right now, you're going to see there's a pattern of bricks that represent those cubbies. I'm not going to do the slurp. I have a very good mic that is actually going to traumatize people. So, as you can see, there's an icon where the Mino is pulling a very long spaghetti. He's very fucking hungry. That means he's going to be pulling you towards him. And the other icon, it looks like the Mino just kicked you out of the fucking cliff. He's going to be pushing you from him. So, say I have the spaghetti debuff, I'm going to be sitting on the outer cubby, right here where 2 is jumping right now. If Mino is kicking my ass on the icon, I'm going to be sitting here. The distance you get knocked back is specifically the distance of those cubbies. So you're going to get pulled exactly 1 cubby, and you're going to get pulled exactly 1 cubby. As I mentioned, this entire part is going to be safe, so if you're outside of those cubbies and you resolve your ward, you're probably going to die. And by probably, I mean 99.9%. And that is not the only mechanic. Sometimes he's gonna electrocute the entire length, and only the cubbies are gonna be safe. I'm just gonna go to getting to any cubby. That's about it. And now comes the last mechanic that is gonna be handled by the tanks. All the tanks are veterans here, so they know what to do. I believe every tank knows how to self-sweep. So I'm gonna be doing a brief explanation for the other tanks so they know what to do. As I mentioned, there's gonna be those notches and cubbies here on every cardinal and inter-cardinal. At some point, Stig is gonna cast the 4 Minos are gonna cast Entrapment, which means this entire length of turning corridor is gonna turn unsafe. Anywhere around here, there's gonna be a potential trap, explosive or poison. Poison being the best outcome, explosive being the worst outcome. Tanks are going to be self-sweeping those, but if you see a orange-esque buff here with some interrogation marks, go to any cardinal. Not inter-cardinal, any cardinal. So that is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Once you see your tank running across the corridor, invoking that trap and hopefully staying alive, that's your cue that you can go to anywhere. Also, other than that, he's going to be dropping some AoEs at some point. Just don't stand on bad. You're going to see some orange below you. That's scary. And that's pretty much it. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask now. If not, come towards the 3 mark. As a quick reminder, tanks rotate the ads. Healers be on the inner corridor and dispel the earth orbs and reflect the fire orbs. And DPS, look the prettiest you can. You have, that's it.
And should we have someone lost shell? Which one of these shells we
No,
need?
we don't need Shell here. That guy is kind of harmless. Alright, just waiting on Aloy and Tioff. Hello, hello. Waiting on Tioff now to give any sign of life. I'm gonna bombastic side-eye them. I'm bombastic staring at them. Stare at the off as we wait for his gracious benevolence presence to befall upon us. We're going to continue to wait. And we will continue to wait. Watch as people play Splatoon or something like that.
Because
Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, if everyone's ready, come towards the tree.
oh, that was a ready check. Okay.
Yeah. EB, whoever it is, Ain Bellas, I believe you're ready because I saw how you move. And tanks, all your stances off for now. Only Blackheart should have their stance on. Blackheart is the not one. And the countdown is starting. Watch as Spoon Bob graciously walks around the arena because this boss is perfectly centered, which means you can go anywhere in the arena. And also, as a reminder, small openers. Don't use your big openers here. Just poke him. Poke him a little. Yours in the Olympics. Alright, time to hit the Mino. Time to hit the Stig Lord. And if you don't recognize this boss from your end, I'm glad you don't. Also, that's a tank buster. Guess what that happens if you stand there as a non-tank. Okay, wait for 1 auto, then pop your knockback resist. Knockback resist now. Knockback resist. Melee's go in front of the Mino. Melee's go in front of the Mino. And dodge the wax. Dodge your wax is your only and main priority. And watch as Mino completely butt fucks those casters. Jesus Christ. Alright. Now observe as Mino exposes my password and run as far away as you can. Run as far away as you can. If you can dash, it's too close. And also, don't take note. That's my password. And now, thanks to your spots. Thanks to your spots, everyone else to 3. Healers in the middle. Minos have spawned. Balls of Earth and Fire have spawned. Tanks rotate those Minos around. Everyone else stand on 3 for now. Stand on 3. Entrapment. Everyone on a corner. Everyone on us. Okay, everyone, wait. Wait. Stay on 3. All pod. Alright, traps have been percepted. Albedo has poisoned. I'm gonna try to keep them alive. Do your ward. 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 That is your ward. And that is why we're careful about our ward. Get into a nook. Any notch would do. Any cubby would do. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. One tank provoke. Blackheart provoke one of the Minos. Thank you. Blackheart
Wait,
also
what?
died. Vel.
Wait, what?
The Minos hitting because he lost aggro. Alright, a ward is gonna happen. It's not gonna happen quite yet. Continue to kill the Minos. Get into a nook.
Yeah.
Get into a notch. Any notch would do. Battle of Earth and Fire are up. Get acquainted with your ward. Dodge the bad. Dodge the bad. There's a bunch of bad on the ground. Do your ward. Do your ward. I believe. Do your ward. Good job. Kill the last Mino whenever you can. Lynn, is it realistic to build LB3 here? I don't know if Lynn's on the voice yet. Get into a nook. Any nook. Oh yeah, no LB3 because it's a minor fight. Yeah, fuck. Well, this is going to be very scary. Well, Earth and Fire spawned, killed the last boy. And now, murder Stig. Raid wide is going to happen. Rapid bolts are going to start rapidly spawning. Rapid bolts are going to be spawning. Take these away from your party. If you see something on your face, go away. Take them away, take them away. And watch as Mino exposes my password yet again. Get ready to run as far as you can. As far as you can. Sorry. Run as far as you can. If you're too close, if you can dash, you're too close. Go back in. 2 rapid bolts are gonna spawn right now. Spawn the 2 ready. Take those away. Take those away. And that's the only rapid bolt. I lied. There's another one. Take them away. Careful. There's rapid bolts around. And now Mino is gonna jump somewhere. Proximity. Go away. Go far away. And then get ready to gap close. Get ready to gap close. In. Go in. Go in. 3 wax. 3 wax. Wakamo. Wakamo. 1. 1. Ni. 3. Spoon Bob, you have aggro. Just beware about the thing. All right, and it's gonna be sort of a loop. There's a tank buster. And pop your knockback resist now. Release to the front, dodge your wax. Your wax are your only and main priority. 1, ni, 3. Watch as Mino does another AoE soon.
Don't rest people right away. We need to figure out the important people.
Yeah. All right. And that is Mino. Do not rest people yet. We have a bunch of dead. We have a bunch of newcomers. And we have a wrestler dead. Healer dead. Gonna be marking the healer. Blackheart is our main tank, so there's that. Try to get.
Has plates left, so rest them.
RT has plates. They are hex 1 or yellow 1. Rest them faster. I can also do call outs if someone streams it for me. I'm willing to do that much.
Do you have sacrifice?
I have no sacks. All right, art is up. Try to get the newcomers first. The newcomers are all the way to the south.
You need to focus C4s first. That's all.
C4s. Well, no, C4s are dead. However, our duelist is dead. The newcomers are dead.
Is Blackheart the only Aether Shield in this party?
Freya is not new. Freya is not new. Get T off first.
You need
Healer-
to get Blackheart. He's the only Aether Shield in this party.
I'm not new. You can save it for someone else.
No, please.
I am not new. Please don't press me. Thank you.
Get the duelist and the new people up. Duelist is up. Get the newcomers. Albedo is one of the newcomers, I believe. I'm going to be marking them.
Adzu is also a new person.
Can someone mark them? I believe you are Adzu. You are Adzu. Marking Adzu as well. Thank you.
I did bring a sacrifice just in case. If we need that.
You can try to sack people with reraiser and pray that it goes through. Are all our rests wasted? Or does anyone have any rests left? Art is left. Lilith is out. Okay, about sacrifices. Do we have any?
Who do I sacrifice?
I can mimic you, I can sacrifice, and I can try to bounce with you. I am Henro. I'm on the way on 4.
Am I blind? What the fuck is 4?
4, west.
Oh yeah, okay, I see.
Keeper sack slotted. After you use it. Okay, lucky.
No doom.
Lucky. Give me this. Reraiser. Freya is not new. Tioff, I believe, is not new. They're trying to res Albedo still. And they're out. Blackheart, do you have a mimic? Problematic.
You have a render who's dead as well.
Oh yes, I'm bad. Oh shit.
Yeah, you need to get the rend.
Shit.
So fucking annoying. Does any tank have any mimics left?
Shit. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Middle, you have one loss arise. I don't know. Try T off.
Mimic, so I can sacrifice again, right?
Mimic, so you can sacrifice again. Yeah. Oh, re-raise. All right. From those three here, which ones are new? Freya, are you new? Albedo, I know for a fact is. Oh, Vath is. Freya's not new. Okay. Tee off. Vath, get Albedo. See if you bounce. Do you have a re-raiser? You do.
Oh, cool. You have a vent.
Okay, he's. Let's pray for bounce.
If I don't bounce, I'll just...
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
There we go.
Nice.
I'm gonna be prioritizing the rend. Let's hope I bounce. Given my luck, I might not bounce.
Good luck,
But-
Hanmo.
Yippee! As for the other two, I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask for you to leave. You two are vets, so I appreciate your work so far. Really appreciate it, and hopefully next run we'll get it clear. All right, everyone else, remember to grab your chest. We're going towards the Queen Arena now. I will ask that parties that have people left that condensate. I believe which alliance had 7 at the beginning.
D is missing.
Okay. Okay, parties. I need someone to. No one popped Queen, I believe. Parties. I need you to see if 2 tanks have their Eater Shield. If not, I'm gonna be doing some jiggling around so we can actually make this work. I know Black Hearts party needs one. Give me a second. Is there any party that has 2 tanks and those 2 tanks have Ether Shield? Umbra Ivalis. I will ask for you to drop and join their party. I see Ether Shield on your end. Whoever had Black Hearts party, I will ask that you invite Umbra Ivalis. I'll mark them with a plus. It's all right. Okay, party lead in cutscene. I'm gonna be doing some jiggling around. I want to know: is there any casters that are veterans? William, you will be coming towards our party. Handy Spork, you'll be joining William's party. I want to condensate the small stack on by veterans. Tell your party lead to invite number 1. I'm marking them right now. And I want to separate the veteran healers in between parties as well. Where's William? So I can invite him.
I'm the circle. I'm
Oh,
waiting
there,
on the.
there you are.
I'm the only caster in my party.
Yeah, leave your party. Someone's gonna replace you.
Yeah. I'll leave.
Thank you.
I'm the magic bat.
I know. There you go. All right. Is there any party with 7 people right now? Okay. Dave Strider, I will ask that you join the D party and leave this one. D party, I will ask that you invite the plus. I'm gonna be marking them right now. Plus is up if the D party can invite. And just to double check, is there any alliance that has no that has a slot still? Wiggle as you can. Any parties at all? 1 goes down, 2 goes down, 3 goes down. Everyone should be invited. All right. Thanks. This is the fight you're gonna be slotting yet again. Shell and giving shout to people. But first, let me explain this fight. Welcome to the last encounter. This is the Queen. The Queen has not that many mechanics. However, there is one mechanic that is also sort of individual responsibility. But it is also the only mechanic that can potentially kill us. It can be called by spots. We have a couple of S that will probably spread markers, and that is Super Chess. Super chess, as implied, is a mechanic that is based off chess. We need to do a set of movement towards a safe spot while avoiding some knights that are going to be across the arena. 4 knights are going to be cleaving the arena, and we need to make precise movement to get to the safe spot, which is going to be always true north and true south. Other than that, there's also relentless play. All the 4 knights are back here. They're going to be doing their own sets of mechanics. Relentless one is relatively easy. We're gonna be doing the Mustardio mechanic yet again, pointing our hull towards the gunner, and then towards a turret on the wall. We're gonna be doing this here as well, but at the same time, there's also gonna be the wind and lightning arenas. So tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. You will go towards either of those. And also, while this is happening, the intersecting lines from normal is also going to be happening. So only north, south, east, or west are going to be safe. I'm going to be calling east-west, or east, north, whatever it is. You go towards there, you go towards the arena, then you point your hull towards the gunner. Go full downtime, we're low on reses. If you die here, there's no guarantee that you're going to be alive for the rest of the fight. Super Chess 2 is, I could explain, but there's not really much to be explained, or Relentless 2 rather. Pretty much we're gonna have a safe spot, and you're gonna follow that safe spot and get knocked back towards them. Super Chess is probably the only mechanic you need to be aware of. I'm gonna be posting some images on the DRS Learning 1 chat. If you could look at them, you're gonna see Super Chess if the bot cooperates. If the bot cooperates. If the bot cooperates. Alright. Well, this is problematic. There it is! Anyways, as you can see, you have a little cheat sheet for Super Chess. You have the first mechanic that I told you. There's also going to be Murder Chess. Murder Chess is something a bit easier to solve. I'm going to be trying my best to not murder us there, as it's implied by its name. And there's also the movement that I mentioned. You're either going to have to do a 5-step movement, 6 or 7. That movement can be split in between 2 or 3, 2, 4, or 3, 4. Or sometimes 4, 3, I don't know. I'm not certain of that. Regardless, you're going to move 7, and regardless... the safe spot is always going to be the same regardless of how many first movements you need to do. That is pretty much all there is to it. And now is the time I introduce you to the aberration that those markers are. As you can see, these are battleship markers. They're very common here on Primal. They're very complicated to understand mid-combat, but the logic is there. I'm going to be calling tiles to safe, I'm going to be calling the safe tiles to stand, or the safe columns or lines, and that's pretty much it. So if I say A4 is safe, A4 is right here where I am. For instance, the lizard currently brushing a broom on the clean floor is currently standing on the B4 tile. This tile that I am here right now is the 4 tile. This is just the 4. There's no big secret. It's just 4. Same applies for 3, 2, 1, and the same applies for A to D. This is all there is to it. This is the last fight, and in this fight, we are guaranteed to have Limit Break 3 at some point. However, we need healers alive for that. So healers play with your life. Last but not least, there's going to be a Sovereignty Gauge at some point. That Sovereignty Gauge is gonna spawn some Thunder Orbs around the arena. This is where, and this is why every single holster will have at least one light curtain. Your job is to stand on top of that puddle or that orb and light curtain it, reflect it. Last but not least, also with the Sovereignty Gauge, healers, by now you should still have Dispel. If you don't, this is problematic. If you haven't slotted the spell on the last fight, this is the time to do so. Once Sovereignty Gauge hits 100, the Queen's gonna have a total of 8 buffs that need to be dispelled. One healer cannot do it alone unless he has some means to do it. Two healers is the safe, three is the safest. So if you have the spell right now, this would be the best spot too. So I want any healer that has the spell to come here towards not one, so I am aware of how many. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. That should be about all. There's going to be another mechanic with Pyretic, the same way we saw on Queensguard. We might see it, but pretty much I'm going to call for a knockback resist there. You're going to knockback resist, and then you're just going to be on top of the bomb that you need to. Double or nothing, all over again. Now, if you need shell still, if you have no shell, this is the fight you need shell. We're low on people, we cannot risk people dying to stupid stuff such as raid wides. Come back, and remember that you can indeed drag light currents onto your hotbar. Bring them and put them on your hotbar. It's the easiest way for you to use it. I'm going to be handing out shell now. If you need shell or you don't want it, if you need shell, stay behind. If you don't want it or you have it, go across the purple line. Some people also have bubbles, shovels, as we call them. Shells are being handed out. And tanks, this is also the fight where you're going to have Ether Shield. You should have Ether Shield here. And if you're the only tank, you have no choice. You must do the Ether Shield. Handling out shell. Once you have your shell, please step behind ahead of the purple line.
There's one thing I wanted to ask about the that one mechanic.
What's up?
The first buff. Because I'm doing the practice right now, but sometimes if I try to move left after I moved straight, let's say, it'll just stun me.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
For the, they say, hey, you have 3 movements and you have a 4 movements.
Yep.
Is there an order? Do you always go for the left buff movement first, or is it either or?
It can be either, I believe. I'm leaning to say it can be either, but regardless of the amount of movement, if you, actually, this is a good point to mention to everyone. Once you're resolving your super chest, if you have moved too much, or you're gonna have a very menacing dark spike above your head, simply retract your step once, and you should be safe. Yeah, your buff icon is gonna turn into a red icon with dots. Pretty much, it's recognizable. I'll be the main tank for this fight because unfortunately Blackheart has perished. And again, this is the fight where Ether Shield should be used. So, if you are ready, as a test, come towards the B4 tile. If you are truly ready, go towards the A4 tile. If you are truly ready, go towards the A4. Good job. C4. It's in your mailbox. All right, D3. Amazing, amazing, terrific. All right, everyone should be ready. Everyone come here back towards the B4 tile. And then we're gonna get going. This is the last step in between you and your cute little dog or your dyed armor. Tanks, check that you have your stances off right now. And may God bless us all. This is a fight I would not be doing funny jokes, unfortunately, because I want most people here to get their clear. So please pay close attention to calls, and vets, please interject me should a call be wrong. All right. The queen will start with a raid wide. Aether Shield, mitigate. Sick. C-Force, heal your party. All right, we're going straight into murder chest. 3 columns not safe. Letters columns not safe. Okay, we are praying for east or north. Okay, we're going west. Go all the way towards the 2 tile. All the way towards the 2 tile. The back of the A2 is also safe. Okay, we're going inside. Go inside. The middle of the boss is safe. The middle of the boss is safe. The middle of the boss is safe. First Sync Buster is going out. I'm gonna be involing this one. Okay, and a second raid wide. Aether Shield, mitigate. And we are going straight into Super Chess. Hold your minutes if you haven't popped them, or if you haven't popped them. The Queen's going untargetable. I will stay quiet for a bit, but don't panic about it. Safest
What's
south,
that?
safest south. Go towards north. All safe. Okay. 6s to D, 7s to C, 5s will be going to C2. B4, 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 B2, where the 5s are marked. I was good. If you're only gonna get hit once, do your movement. Do not panic. Do not move more than you need. And now, regardless of what happens, regardless of your movement, go all the way towards the blue tile. And on the blue tile, pop a reraiser if you died. Pop a reraiser if you died. Go to the blue tile first. Pop a reraiser if you died. Oh my good god. All right. Big raid wide. God save the queen. Aether Shield, mitigate. C4, see your party. Watch the Sovereignty Gauge. It's going close to 100. Get ready to pop your light curtains. Alright, healers, dispel the queen. Reflect the orb. There's an orb right below the queen. Okay, a bunch died to the orb. Get into a bubble. Get into a bubble. Any bubble. Any bubble. Our duelist is unfortunately dead. Alright. The soldiers at the A1 tile. Get acquainted with it. Remember, tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Our movement is going to be soon. Pay attention to it. We're going west. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Point your hoe towards the gunner. Point your hoe towards the gunner at A1. Now to any turret on the wall. Any turret on the wall. Second Sync Buster. We're gonna have RP2. Let's hope for not a curse pattern, because this run's already cursed to some extent. RP2 is coming up. We're gonna be going towards the middle, and we're gonna get knocked back from the middle towards a safe spot.
Take 2 minutes.
Save 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay. Oh no. Oh boy. We're gonna get knocked back towards C. All towards C. Towards C. Go all the way towards C. Alright. Our safe spots are east, west. Find the queen. Okay, we're going all the way to 2. All the way to 2. The small, it's relatively small safe spot. Not the smallest, but very small. There we go. Raid wide, Aether Shield, mitigate. C4s. C4 now. We're gonna have the second set of super chests. We're gonna watch the safe spot first. Safe spot is north. Wall is not safe. Wall is not safe. Back is not safe. Okay, this is a bit weird. 5s to the 5s to B3, 6s to C3, 7s to D3. We're gonna be walking the A column. We're gonna be walking the A column. Go to the A column and then walk up. If you have a spike on your head, you move too much. I can read this mechanic. Let's go. Okay. And on the blue tile, regardless of what happens. And on the blue tiles is whenever. And also, look at your LB. If you're a healer and you have LB3, this is your cue. LB3 now. Get to the middle first, and then LB3.
He probably way bet.
Healers, LB3 now. Okay, I need some cleanses. If anyone has those. Asuna, I'm dead. Alright, anyone grab the boss. LB3s are resolved. RP3, everyone stack on 5. Everyone stack on 5. Where 5 is, on the back of the boss. We're going in.
Out. Wait. Swords out. Swords
In.
out.
Swords out. Swords out.
Swords out.
North. Thank you.
Swords.
Okay. This is the hardest mechanic of the fight. Dodge the turrets. Dispel the queen. Killers, dispel the queen now. Second set of orbs. If you don't have a light curtain, don't be on it. All the spells are resolved. Go towards an orb. Go towards an orb. Any orb would do. Alright, big raid wide. Aether shield. Mitigate. I got the aggro back. Alright, RP4. This is the double on our thing. If you have 2 tethers, you go to a big. 2 or no tethers to a big. 1 tether to small. There's also going to be a knockback. We're going to knock back immune that. Bombs are assigned. Small tethers to small. No tethers to large. Knockback resist. Stop everything. If you drop first, go to a bomb that just exploded. Go to a bomb that just exploded. RP5. This is the raid wide. This is the soft enrage. Mitigate.
You can tank LB
Mitigate.
here.
Big raid wides incoming. C4s, keep your C4 going.
Tank LB if you have it.
Pump everything you can. And this is Enrage. God save the queen. This is the last cast. And unfortunately, this is going to be a wipe. On the sad note, unfortunately, this is a wipe, which means we don't get to do the funny. On the bright side, you now qualify for any Queen Enrage as of today. So by now, if any reclears are accepting Queen Enragers, you now qualify for them. They go way faster than this run did, and they go way smoother. Again, I want to thank everyone here. It is already too late, so I want to thank everyone for trusting on me and on this run. I'm sorry I couldn't deliver your clear, but for now, that's about all I can do. Unfortunately, there is only so much I can call, and I try my best.